I'm not the same Brooklyn you knew.
The final trailer for Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2 has finally dropped, so now it's time to do our typical trailer breakdown. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2 video. And man, is it a big one. Today we're going to be breaking down the latest trailer for Jurassic World Chaos Theory, as there is a lot to uncover as the campers make their way across the globe and meet new friends and enemies along the way. Just quickly, we're aiming for 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and with just 70% of you guys watching right now not subscribed, then I highly recommend you do, as we cover everything from the Jurassic franchise. With Season 2 of Chaos Theory coming next month, Jurassic World Rebirth hitting the box office next year, and 2 AAA Jurassic games in Jurassic World Evolution 3 and Jurassic Park Survival coming out in the next 2 years, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for all of that here on the channel. But now, you're all here for this one thing. And what is that one thing? Well, it's to identify what we can see in the new trailer for Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2. So, once you're sat back, relaxed, and enjoying your G Fuel after using code SWERVE, it's time to find out more about Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2. So the trailer actually opens up with a slight flashback, but just before that, the very first scene, it seems to be some kind of very random scene. I'm not exactly too sure what this is, or what was the whole purpose on creating such a scene, but the very first scene just practically depicts some kind of farm. Not really too much to see here, but we can in fact identify at least one ceratopsian, which could be Triceratops, and we can also see a Stegosaurus, I believe, in the background as well. It's very hard to make out that one, but we do see some kind of cattle area that's withholding dinosaurs at this point in time. Again, this scene lasts for barely a second, and then we get to the flashback sequence. In this flashback sequence, we finally get to show off the very moment that Brooklyn's arm gets bitten off by the Allosaurus. Now, this is actually showing her reliving the exact scenario that was a major plot point in Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 1. Now, why is this interesting to talk about? Well, she is reliving this exact moment, in the same way that Darius is reliving that exact moment from his perspective. This time, we get it from Brooklyn's perspective. Not only that, but when she does wake up from this dream, she has her long hair. So it is very clear that this scene takes place before the end of Season 1 of Chaos Theory, as she has yet to cut her hair. Which is a shame because she looks better with long hair, but it seems like they want to send Brooklyn down this very weird route. Either way, it seems like we are going to get to see her dealing with this incident, and one of the ways of coping with it is by shaving her hair. Once again, the very next scene shows her arm with a bandage on it. So once again, this does imply that this takes place soon after the attack, as at the end of Season 1, we see that her arm is not bandaged whatsoever. Moving on to once again a very quick scene here, it seems like we're going to be learning how she found her way into this conspiracy world, as her computer screen shows off a chart about dinosaur death reportings massively on the rise, not just a little bit, but by a lot. And this seems to be an official document by the Department of Prehistoric Wildlife, which again was first shown off in Jurassic World Dominion's viral marketing website, Dino Tracker. However, this scene may only be on screen for maybe half a millisecond or something crazy, but it reveals quite a lot. The next thing, the best Easter egg about all of this, is the fact that her online alias seems to be C13VERGR186, which I'm pretty sure that you can all tell by now is that it practically says "Clever Girl," one of Muldoon's infamous lines from Jurassic Park. The Illuminati logo is also shown off in the top left corner of this screen. I wouldn't really think too much about it, because I highly doubt that they would actually involve the Illuminati in this story, but it does just kind of go to show how dark of a secrecy route that Brooklyn is going down now that she's entered these conspiracy websites. Talking of conspiracy websites, we can also see the logo for Dark Jurassic. In the very next scene, it also confirms that Brooklyn seems to be printing out more charts as we see her place the dinosaur death reports next to another chart, which seems to have some numbers, names, but it's all pretty much scribbled in gibberish. She says if I'm going to have to do this, I'm going to have to do it right, as we further see someone with a raptor mask claiming to be from the Dinosaur Liberation Now group.
We are Dinosaur Liberation Now.
So this seems to be yet another group that has emerged during this era of Jurassic, as initially we had the Extinction Now group and the Dinosaur Protection group from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Who is behind the mask? We don't know, but it is most likely Brooklyn. However, in this scene, it does seem like they've got some kind of underglow underneath their chin, which kind of confirms that there is some kind of fire here. And then in the scene after, we see the fire everywhere as police turn up to the site. So what is going on here? I presume that whoever this might be is committing arson, which of course is very illegal. So why they're committing arson, we don't know, but they are probably deleting a lot of evidence and probably trying to get rid of as much as they possibly can. As the raptor person then talks into the camera, this is where we confirm that Ben discovers and identifies Brooklyn's face in the background. Now, if this is Brooklyn in the background, why? I'm pretty sure she is smart enough then to accidentally leak her face out there on the internet, especially considering her line of work when she was a teenager. Now, with the constant flashbacks that seem to be taking place in this season, we're unsure as to whether or not Ben knew about this in Season 1 or Season 2. Since he does have a phone and is wearing the same clothes as Season 1, I won't be all that surprised if he actually learnt about this in Season 1 of Chaos Theory's time frame and decided to keep a hush-hush with the rest of the campmates. But that just makes me question, why exactly is he doing this? Soon after, we continue with the boat scene that we did get to see in the very first trailer for Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2, but this time we get to see our first close-up shot of the Majungasaurus in the Jurassic cinematic timeline. And may I just say, he looks incredible. Not quite the Majungasaurus from Jurassic World Evolution 2, but I don't know if that's better or worse, because to me, I like it either way. We were questioning for quite some time how are the campers going to make it off of this boat. They're stuck on there with dinosaurs and especially Majungasaurus. Well, we learn how the campers survive this attack and make it away from that Majungasaurus as they escape via some pod off the side of the boat. Interestingly, however, there is a floating ring off to the side as well, perhaps suggesting that someone might have fallen into the water originally? Who knows? The camera then cuts to dark as we get our first line from Sammy as she exclaims, "Land!" as this mimics them first discovering land in the opening events of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 4. Hopefully in a better scenario than a Mosasaurus attacking them, they are approaching some kind of land here as the birds then fly above them. And yes, these are just birds, they are not dinosaurs, but that just makes me happy. This is something that we have wanted for a very long time in Jurassic, a mixture between modern day creatures and prehistoric creatures. However, that doesn't last too long as we then get a very quick shot of pteranodons flying about. And then Yaz questions, there are dinosaurs here? Which implies that they aren't too caught up with the fact that dinosaurs have made their way across the world and not just in mainland America. Now I don't know if this is something that just Yaz didn't know because we know that she did isolate herself on that island, but if they are all very surprised by dinosaurs being on here, then I'm pretty sure they don't catch up with the news because before 2022 we had dinosaurs in Europe as well. The campers then identify a tracking beacon within their boat, and Darius confirms that the broker knows where they are. But is this some kind of editing mashup of words here? Because who and how did that tracker get there in the first place? I can only assume that they borrowed or stole the boats that they are currently in going up and down the river, so something must have happened here for that tracker to be placed in that boat. Then again, this could be very good misdirection, and actually they discovered the tracker elsewhere and it wasn't actually in the boat to begin with. Kenji then becomes his old self again as he mimics the sound of a Brachiosaurus. This is something that he and Darius did in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 2 to try and impress both Mitch and Tiff. The campers pass by an empty cage that seems large enough to carry quite a large dinosaur, Herbivorous or carnivorous, we don't really know, but it's just randomly left behind in the middle of a swamp, which is oddly suspicious. Now, if you guys have already seen the trailer, you know that a Suchomimus does appear in Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2, and with this being some kind of swamp, I won't be surprised if that Suchomimus was the original dinosaur within this cage. Darius confirms that the broker isn't just importing and exporting dinosaurs across the world, but they are in fact creating these dinosaurs as well. This dialogue is something that I have been waiting to hear for such a long time now. Why is this important? Well, we've had this question many times by people who aren't too caught up in the know of Jurassic, where they keep saying, how do these dinosaur species keep popping up across the globe? Only a few of them escaped at the end of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And sure, I get that. However, dinosaurs are being bred across the world, and loads of them are very much illegal. In Jurassic World Dominion, there's at least 7 brand new species that are confirmed in that movie that we've never seen before. Some of which aren't even dinosaurs like Lystrosaurus. But we also came to the conclusion that Biosyn are also creating these dinosaurs, letting them out into the world to then get paid by the governments to house them in their sanctuary. After all, we know that Biosyn are creating 100% paleo-accurate dinosaurs, and since the Quetzalcoatlus, Giganotosaurus, Iguanodon, and many more creatures including the Moros intrepidus show up in that Cretaceous prologue, it's clear that Biosyn are creating these 100% accurate dinosaurs in today's world, and confirms that it's not just InGen that created these dinosaurs. After all, in Battle Big Rock in 2019 when we first got that short movie, the Nasutoceratops came out of nowhere. So the very moment that these dinosaurs left Lockwood's Manor and the genome as well at the end of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom in 2018, these people were out there creating dinosaurs, and the Nasutoceratops is the very first proof for that. And now we get on-screen confirmation of this in Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2. And also, in this area that they start discussing about, there seems to be some kind of really cool bunker that shows off a viewing circle, perhaps to show off the dinosaurs before sending them anywhere. But there's also an incubation machine, very similar to the ones that we saw in Camp Cretaceous in the Jurassic World labs. The Majungasaurus then snaps at the legs of Darius, which confirms that there's either 2 Majungasauruses in the entire show, or that we will see the same one from the boats somehow find its way onto the mainland once again. The campers arrive on a farm that has a few chickens walking about. However, there seems to be someone brand new with them that we've never seen before. Who is this person? Well, we do get to see her later on in the trailer as well, but it is just very intriguing as to why they decided to add a brand new character, and she does stand out. Look at them all, they're all sat down, and then we have that brand new character which we've never seen before. Who she is, we have literally no information to go off, but I'm sure she is going to be a very big part of this show, the same way that maybe Mateo was. We saw characters like Mateo and others appear in Season 1's trailer, and they ended up playing some big role, and I presume that this brand new character is doing the exact same thing here. Ben and Kenji make their way to the underground bunker, and I presume that this is somewhere that they discovered the broker's hideout or how they initially made the dinosaurs. The campers then seem to be chased by something in the water as the scene snaps to the Suchomimus roaring in all of its glory, and noticeably a different colour scheme than to the Suchomimus we saw in Season 1 of Chaos Theory. But very quickly, soon after all of this, Ben and Kenji are seen running away from something, and they are running away with fear in their body. They are not letting any obstacle get in their way. So what are they running away from? I really want to know. But Kenji does yell, "The dinos are loose!" The dinos are loose. What dinosaurs? How many? It seems like there could be some preservation effort going on here, where perhaps the campers find these dinosaurs being held in cages, and as they usually do, unlock these cages to try and get these dinosaurs loose again. Dimorphodons also do show up very quickly in the trailer, nothing too interesting, but they do have some unique new colour patterns that we've never seen on this creature before. Yaz is seen swimming away from the Suchomimus, which I believe is the very first time we see a Spinosaurid swimming in the water since Jurassic Park 3, if you want to classify that scene with the Spinosaurus as one swimming in the water. And finally, after being absent throughout the majority of this trailer, Brooklyn returns back again, where I'm surprised because she seems to be driving a vehicle with one arm. Now this scene is most likely taken in modern day, unless we are still focusing on her backstory, and this is one of her very first missions that she got herself involved with after having her arm bitten off. However, her driving around with these Sinoceratopses in the dark causing havoc is to me a slight callback to the opening chase scene in Jurassic World Dominion. Kenji confronts Ben that he knew Brooklyn was alive and yells at him why didn't he tell anyone. But what is most interesting here is the way that Ben looks backwards whilst Kenji is pressing him. Why is this interesting? Well, it seems like Ben is very worried about something behind him. This could be someone, something that he doesn't want alerted to their presence. And with Kenji raising his voice, it's almost certain that whoever is there has heard them by now. The Allosaurus is once again seen in a flashback sequence, which looks to be set right after it bit Brooklyn's arm off, but I don't really notice any blood anywhere. With this perspective, it only suggests that this shows the scene where the Allosaurus just doesn't really seem to be chasing after Brooklyn after she ran away. Then we see Yaz and Kenji blasted by an explosion whilst Kenji is holding a case. Could it be the same case of eggs from the end of season 1 of Chaos Theory? A quick scene after that shows something coming out of the water. Sure, this is a dinosaur show, we're gonna see dinosaurs everywhere. But we must realise they are in Africa now, and we are going to see modern day animals as well. If we pause this scene at the right frame, we see a snout popping out of the water. To me, it doesn't really look like a dinosaur, but instead a hippopotamus. Something we have also wanted to see for quite a while. Just imagine a Suchomimus versus hippopotamus battle in Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Once again, another flashback shows Brooklyn in her apartment that Kenji and Darius visited in season 1 during nighttime. But this shows what could be Red the Atrociraptor in her apartment chasing her down. Why is this important? Well, if you guys didn't know, Red is the Atrociraptor that seems to be missing from the Atrociraptor pack. We know that only 3 of them showed, and they did imply to have a 4th one in the show as well, but we were wondering, where is Red? To me, whilst this could be Panthera, it does look more like it is Red that is chasing Brooklyn in her own apartment. Could this be his missing backstory? Whilst the Suchomimus chases the campers once again, we see the front view of this brand new character in the show. Nothing too much to go off exactly who this could be, but it is nice to see a face. Brachiosauruses are also becoming aggressive and they seem to be spooked by something in the water, probably in a similar scene with the hippopotamus. But this is actually one of the very few times we get to see sauropods acting aggressively in the Jurassic franchise. Darius narrowly escapes the baryonyx as he seems to be in yet another containment yard, as he is caught wearing his yellow jacket. So this may be during the middle of the season when we finally stop looking at Brooklyn's backstory and see these campers arrive on the mainland once again. Brooklyn then burns the campers' portrait that they all have of each other, which looks like it is part of a flashback back in her own apartment, but that would be very strange as we see her with this exact same photo that she is burning at the end of season 1, so not really too sure on the time frame regarding this. She does confirm that she is not the same person that they originally knew, as they did not know that she went down this very, very dark route in just a matter of months. And then we get to see the title reveal of Jurassic World Chaos Theory, but very similar to the first trailer, Jurassic Park's opening theme plays once again. Now that's everything from the trailer itself, but of course we do in fact get a brand new poster for Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2, and in this poster we get to see Darius, Sammy, Yaz, Ben and Kenji going down the river with the Majungasaurus chasing them in the background. Pretty cool. But the very major thing that we must point out here is that flying reptile in the top left corner. What is that creature? That is something brand new. Now people are going to say, oh my goodness, it's a pteranodon. Yeah, but I kind of get where you're coming from regarding that. But look, it has a tail. Yeah, it has a tail. I don't know what this could be. Maybe it could be Geostenbergia, but again, Geostenbergia does look different. This looks like a pteranodon, but we know pteranodons don't have tails. Could this be some kind of new variant of pteranodon? I don't really know, but we can see that it is some kind of unknown flying reptile that isn't quite a pteranodon. I'm excited to see what this is. Some people are saying that it is AI, but I do know that they do seem to take extra care with, these dinosaur species because, look at our fan base. We love to speculate on what dinosaur species what. So whatever this might be sure to let me know in the comments below. So there we have it. The entire final trailer for Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2 broken down for your entertainment. We have tried to cover as much as we could with all of the little and big details shown off in this show. Unfortunately, there seems to be no article this time that reveals more information. Whilst there is one article, it doesn't exactly tell us much more than what we already knew. Nevertheless, a nice trailer. Maybe not the best, but a pretty awesome poster to go along with it. Let me know if I missed anything down in the comments below, and if there are some extra scenes in other trailers shared across the internet, you know where to find me. All my social channels are linked below. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new around here and help us reach that 250,000 subscriber mark by the end of the year. But most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.